everyone, Malachite here, and I'm happy to bring you the first of hopefully many Diablo 4 videos. I honestly thought I would never see the day when the Blizzard I knew and loved as a kid would come roaring back, but here we are. Diablo 4 is everything that 3 should have been and more, a true successor to the legacy of Diablo 2, and at least for this specific IP, it's restored my faith in Blizzard. The Gothic horror is back and on full display like never before. Sanctuary once again feels like a cruel, even sadistically ironic joke, as there is boundless misery all around, and frankly, I love it. Tearing into monsters is also satisfyingly visceral and flashy. Some of the landscapes are also quite beautiful, and it's good to have that contrast, to offset, all the horror. Equally impressive is the music, which, if you want to take just a moment to appreciate it, and just let the game's music, speak for itself. And returning from Diablo 2 is the classic campfire scene that fans will be familiar with, as well as Stamp series favorites such as the Barbarian and the Necromancer and the Sorceress, as well as the Druid and the Rogue, which has not been seen since Diablo 1. There is also talk of a sixth class that apparently has not been revealed yet, and we won't find out until the game launches. As well as I imagine there will probably be additional classes added down the line as they add expansions to the game. We already know that they have confirmed they are going to be adding story expansions with each season, which is pretty cool. Also returning from Diablo 2 are skill trees. They're much more expansive this time as well, so you basically have about 6 different segments that you unlock as you spend more points in them. You're given quite a variety of options too at each tier. And in addition to this, every class now has their own distinctive features, which you can see here for the sorcerers is the enchantment system that allows them to set one spell at level 15 and another at 30, I believe, where you can take any of the skills you've learned and basically equip them as a passive. So one of the really cool ones is with the firewall skill, it'll let whenever you have a chance, whenever you use an ability to cast another firewall underneath an enemy. So one really cool thing too now is that you can level up your potions as you progress through the campaign, effectively making them stronger. And you can even craft consumables that grant you various buffs, such as a resistance to a specific element or more attack speed, etc. And these are actually pretty important later on for some of the boss fights, which I'll get to in a moment. Crafting is also back. You can just go to the blacksmith, and salvage and repair gear as was standard in Diablo 3. But new to the game is you can also upgrade your equipment now too. Now each item has a limit to how many times you can upgrade it based on the rarity, but this is a good way to get more life out of your gear. Okay, the gambling function from Diablo 3 also makes a return. This time the currency is obtained from the new world events that they've added that spawn randomly across the map, including the new world bosses, which we're about to get to, that are pretty intense. Funny enough, this beta landed just in time for Mother's Day weekend, which is kind of poetic, what with Lilith being the mother of humanity and all that. I'm sure that totally wasn't on purpose by Blizzard. Which you'll see right here is Ashava spawning in, followed by the kill I managed to get on her. It's a pretty tough fight. This one wasn't too bad because it was just a beta, but I'm sure on the higher world tiers and whatnot, they're going to be crazy hard, and the rewards are pretty awesome. Overall, it's a really thrilling experience. And And as you can see there, she dropped a legendary, as well as they drop unique materials that you can only get from killing these bad boys. Along with the new Nightmare Dungeons, these world bosses are going to be one of the primary endgame events in Diablo 4. Oh, speaking of events in Diablo 4, the PvP is, of course, coming back, but PvEers don't fret. It's not mandatory, and it's not like Diablo 2, where you can just hop in anyone's game and start griefing people. There are designated areas for it, and there are unique rewards for participating. It's high risk, high reward, and it's totally optional. So look forward to that. And last thing I want to touch on real quick is for anyone who's completely new to Diablo, like you know nothing about the series, maybe you've never even played an ARPG, don't worry, Blizzard actually has you covered. They've been releasing a mini-series of short videos on YouTube called The Book of Lorath, which will pretty much tell you everything you need to know about the series to get all caught up. You do not have to play any of the previous games to jump in. But if you do, though, I do highly recommend looking at the Sin War novels, though. They are quite excellent. And besides that, the game itself is supposed to have in-game little lore bits that you can, to help you get caught up with the story. And so yeah, I think that's going to be it, guys. The game comes out June 6th, early access on June 2nd for anyone who pre-orders, which I will be doing. You can find me I'll be streaming the game live on Twitch and hopefully making more YouTube videos in the future. Links will be in the description. Thanks for listening. See you guys in Sanctuary.